is the sewer scope from today's inspection. That's me in the utility room. The clean out access that I pointed out today. Dropping into ABS, black plastic pipe, typical for a house in our area that was built in the 80s. This looks pretty good. Not a lot of buildup. Really smooth-walled plastic pipe generally is not going to grab onto much stuff. I'm going to try to get a better picture. You'll see we've got kind of this gauzy film over the lens, and obviously the lighting is not that great. So something is masking stuff. So I'm going to turn some water on here in a second, so bear with me. There's LED lights that ring the head of the camera, so sometimes they get covered over, and then obviously the lens could get a film on it as well. So I'll turn some water on, try to wash off the lens. Sometimes not an easy process, just for the simple fact that obviously the water down there is not going to be perfectly clean. So it's really hard to wash something with water, dirty water, brackish water. So, but we'll do a fairly decent job and get a decent picture going. Hang in there. Making matters worse at this point. Okay, it's a little better. There we go. Dropping down here. There we go. So right at about 33 feet or so, 34 feet, changing over to PVC, white plastic. The picture will be a lot better in the PVC. The white pipe makes things a little bit brighter, obviously. Just checking the top of that pipe, see if there's anything going on there at that connection point. Rolling along, probably for the next about 30 plus feet or so. Everything looks really pretty typical. Not bad at all. Water's flowing, functional drainage, and these sections of the pipe is good. You can see the water flow right there. Here's our drop, our first drop, and we'll go through a series of drops before I run out of cable. Another drop, a little twist on this one. All right, so right at about 93 feet, that's where we start holding water, and then there's whatever that buildup is at the top of the pipe. I really can't tell what that is. So in my recommendations, what I'm going to say is that we'll need to clean the pipe. Once it's clear, and the water's flowing the way it's supposed to, reevaluate that section of the pipe. See if there's any damage, see what's causing the backup here. Like I told Jerry this afternoon, there was no resistance at all coming through that section. Everything was moving fairly well. But obviously the camera head slides along the bottom of the pipe. So theoretically, if there is damage at the top of the pipe, that's not going to impede the progress of the camera. So again, we want to dig a little bit deeper on that just to see what's going on. If it is an issue, there are solutions. You don't necessarily need to dig that section up and place it there. You could there's a cured in place process where they can spot coat areas that would 100% solve any kind of minor damage problems. If it's a big failure, then it's something a little bit outside of the parameters of that. But one step at a time. I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. We want to first see what's going on. So read your recommendations in the written reports. It'll be to clean it first and then reevaluate and then take steps from there. I'm going to keep the camera rolling. I'm also going to try to move some of the water out of the way. Sometimes my camera head can free up anything that's lodged and allow that water to drain, and then I could get a better look. That wasn't really possible here. But feel free to watch the return journey if you want, and as always, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always happy to be a resource.